welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Pavlovic. Diaz. That's a little off target. Now it's Jackson. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's played forward. He is through here. Nice control. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Tries to get it clear. And it's Musiala. And that's a big chance! And here's the chance to counter. Nice physical challenge. Diaz. And that has been clubbed away. And that's been won straight back. Stanisic. He's well positioned here. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Bayern Munich! And Bayern Munich take the lead. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Has a look and place it forward.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Olise. Jackson. Jackson. Musiala. That's tidy. There are a few waiting for it. Goretzka. Musiala. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. So who's he picking out? Clears it away. Time to deliver. Cross in, looks like a good one. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Elise. Aim forwards. Tries to dink it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Slavia Prague clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Jackson. He's got away. Oh, a delicate chip through. Moved on forwards. That's the keeper's ball. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Bayern Munich leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're underway. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And he's lost his man here. Diaz. Goretzka. Proves too strong. And here's Elise. Guerrero. Goretzka. He's in, he takes a shot! That has been knocked clear. Oh, played through for the wide man. Tar. Musiala being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, to be honest, Peter, he has dictated much of the play. Better late than never in trying to stop him.
Tries a deft little ball. Stanisic does really well to win the ball there. And it's Musiala. Goretzka. Upamecano. Gets good distance on it. Goretzka. Guerrero. That's really well manoeuvred. Upamecano gets over and intercepts. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now. Slavia Prague really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Cuts out the pass. And the counter is on. Oh, that's a nice ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Stanisic. Looking for a decent ball in. And the shot! Oh, they could be caught out here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Jackson, who does have an assist to his name. Moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looks like he's been given offside again here. Yes, he has. Bayern Munich, moments now away from seeing this one out. That's clear cut, it's a free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 8. Number 17. Coming on the field.
Oh, well played, he needed to get that right.
Number 34.
Pavlovic. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Bayern Munich have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however.
And this is now today's lineup.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Der Klassiker. It's always going to be massive when these two meet. There have been thrilling encounters down the years. What happens this time?
Well, it's a rivalry that came into prominence at relatively short notice, Peter, but over the last 2 decades, its significance has practically outgrown itself. This has little to do with systems and tactics. All of that fades into oblivion to make way for the result. Getting to the positive side of that is all that matters between these two. Just wait and see. This will be enthralling.
We have already started here. This familiar tale ready to be retold. And here's Diaz. And he's there to get it away. And that's been won straight back. Pavlovic. And that's really well manoeuvred. Diaz. Olise spread out to the left. Ball is over the line. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Girassi. He's got away. Can he latch on to this? Adeyemi. Great defending, strong and determined. Goretzka. And it's Brandt. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bayern Munich have a terrific defensive record over the last 5 games. Ryerson.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede.
Girassi! Oh, they could be caught out here. Well, they're looking at the... Could be danger here. Kane. Bayern Munich, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Musiala concedes a free kick for that. Sabitzer. And here's Brandt. Tar, aim forwards. That's a nicely weighted pass. Now it's Diaz. That's tidy. And it's Guerrero. Now it's Kane. Olise. Stanisic. It's a mighty effort! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Tar. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Proves too strong. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Musiala. Now it's Olise. Stanisic. Goretzka. Nemecha. Muscular approach does pay off here. Now that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Guerrero.
The attendance in this match was 62,005.
Ito. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Chan, done delicately. And it's Kane. Now it's Diaz. A heavy challenge. Schüller, gently done. Borussia Dortmund really are defending from the front.
They are, and this type of pressing is a case of counter-attacking a counter-attack. It's high octane and high pressure, high fitness.
Showing good feet. Picks it up out wide. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here. Sabitzer shifted upfield. And now the breakaway. Brandt, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Diaz. Kane. Guerrero. Foot in. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he cuts out the supply. Could be danger here. He came in hard, very hard. Goretzka. 5 minutes left on the clock. Musiala. Stanisic. And it's made its way to him.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And it's played forward. He's free, he has got space. And the flag has stayed down. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, at one point there were few names more recognisable in world football than Mario Götze. He struggled since then in many ways, but I'm a believer that class is permanent, and especially with him.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And there's the shot! Bayern Munich are having a tough week. It is a crazy schedule for them.
Yeah, it's a tough spell, and guarding against fatigue for the players is key now. Tiredness can be the blame for more injuries, so it's an opportunity for the manager to shuffle his pack.
Kane. Guerrero. And here's Diaz. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Diaz really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well read, nice interception. And here's Diaz. Out towards the flank. Guerrero. And across it goes. Herring after the ball here. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Now that's well seen too. It's gone for a throw-in. That's really well manoeuvred. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, there's a probing ball. That That's an excellent interception. Kane. Diaz. Charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's shifting through the gears here. Guerrero. Chance for a shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Guerrero really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Goretzka. Guerrero. Diaz. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And he thumps it clear. That is a brilliant interception. Götze shifted upfield, and he's managed... And the shot! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and... Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Ito. Guerrero. Christensen. Teat. Up towards the front line. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That's a little off target. Guerrero. And it's Gnabry. Kane. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And the game has already resumed here.
Bayern Munich really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Diaz. Bayern Munich showed a lot of spirit and fight in a bruising Derby Day stalemate. And here's Gnabry, and here's Musiala. Stanisic. Guerrero looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gnabry, and a chance! He has done it! Bayern Munich are all square. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Bayern Munich grab the equaliser and we're all square.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
Can he latch on to this? Oh, not quite. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So we have a double substitution going on here. Guerrero, and here's Diaz, and he shoots! Goal! Bayern Munich! And the comeback is complete. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see that.
Kalimwendo! Should have equalised.
Kalimwendo really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Tar. Over to the left. Oh, played through for the wide man. That's very neat. And it's good, sir. Real chance! And that could have brought them level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Cleared without complication. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish.
Kalimwendo with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Lima. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And that has been knocked clear. And that's that. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Thoughts on what we've just seen? Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. He's having a shot! Guerrero. Diaz. Oh, easy pickings there. Now, what about a counter-attack? Spread out to the left. He's got away. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Throw it. No way through, so back it comes. And a chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Diaz. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Goretzka. Great work on the overlap. And he thumps it clear. What a throw in. Guerrero. And here's Kane. Diaz. Guerrero. Looking for a decent ball in. Oh, he's in! Diaz. Guerrero. And here's Kane. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Tar, gently done. Olise. Now it's Diaz. And that has found him in acres of space. Gets good distance on it. Bayern Munich have reclaimed it. Ito shifted upfield. And he cuts out the supply. Guerrero. Diaz. Now it's Kane. Back into the middle. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps. There's the header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Tar. Aim forwards. Wins the duel this time. And here's Diaz. Diaz. And claimed it back swiftly. Guerrero pings in a... Can he finish? Oh, the ball's come loose here. Danger averted for now. Pavlovic. Here it is, crossed in. Tries to get it clear. And it's Stanisic. Stanisic is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's managed to get free. And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Musiala. Kimmich. And he's there to get it away.
Olise, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Pavlovic with a fine tackle. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Pinged towards the front line. And the counter is on. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty targets awaiting, so...
Shoots! attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Coming on the field is number 13. Substitution in progress.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Slavia Prague to make one last surge forward. And that could set him on his way.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Substitution on the field.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Olise. Davis. Brilliantly cut out. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the ball is out of play. And here's Olise. Great defending, strong and determined. He can run onto that. So much time and space here. And that has been cleared. And they can counter here. Oh, this looks sharp. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Kane. And it's Stanisic. Aim forwards. Kane. Now it's Diaz. Goretzka. Great work on the overlap. Danger averted for now. He's found a way through. He has found a way through. Decent chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Proves too strong. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. here's Diaz. Kane. Now it's Olise. Olise! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That has been knocked clear. And it's Musiala. And here's Diaz. Oh, look at the space here. Moved on forwards. Could move up a gear here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kane. And here's Olise. Neither side really getting hold of the ball. Defend. And the finish! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Olise. Now it's Kane. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Kane has been caught there, it's a foul. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. Olise! Decent hit from there. And it's played forward. Now it's Olise. And it's Stanisic. Olise. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A decent enough half, but either side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
Bayern Munich ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And the game has already resumed here.
Bayern Munich have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of...
And he shoots! Goal! The second half sparked straight into life. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So we have our breakthrough.
And talk about the perfect time to score, the manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Now, what about a counter-attack? And that's really well manoeuvred. Pavlovic. Kane. Now it's Diaz. Kane. It's Kane! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, I thought the keeper did well to retrieve that. They work all week on that sort of situation, and he reacted very well then.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And that, I think, is his third booking altogether. Nice physical challenge. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Substitution on the field. Number 8. Coming on to replace him.
He's gone for goal.
Number 27. Substitution on the field.
Bayern Munich making another change here.
Substitution on the field. Number 44. Coming on to replace him is number 6.
He's having a shot! Elects to cross. He's cut it out. Davis. And it's Kane. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, time's running out for the host to get something out of this. You can sense the frustration and impatience.
And he has been fouled there.
Substitution on the field.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Olise! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Lima. And here's Kane. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul.
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, good stop. It had to be. Denied by an instinctive save.
Pavlovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cuts out the pass. Driven forward. That has been cut short.
They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
Kane.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Aim forwards. And it's Lima. A corner it is then.
Substitution.
But there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the presence of this player, Victor Boniface, is an indication that this is a team that likes their football quite direct. He's very good focal point up front, using his strength well and playing quick passes into the feet of those around him. He's just your classic target man.
Okay, interesting. And here's... and the shot! Shot a goal! He's got away with one there.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Kane unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Friedel, oh, good-looking ball. Moved on forwards. Real chance! And it's Kane. Well read, nice interception. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Bayern Munich have the league's best defensive record. Musiala, and here's Elise. That's very neat. Now then, the ball's come loose. It's a threatening ball. And claimed it back swiftly. Friedel attempts a clearance. And it's Guerrero. Shapes to shoot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Mangula. Goretzka. Schmidt. Brilliantly cut out. Big chance! Bangula's cross. Stanisic shifted upfield. Kane. And here's Diaz. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Olise. And the shot! Mighty close.
Olise, well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, that's nice. So who's he picking out? Clears it away. And here's Kane. That's really well manoeuvred. Can he spark a counter here? Goretzka cuts out the pass.
The attendance for this match was 51,832.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Yeah, he's off. Could be danger here. Time for a change in personnel.
Substitution on the field. Number 6
And it's played forward.
on the field is
Olise. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Pavlovic with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Struck first time.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Pavlovic with the slide tackle there. That's a nicely shaped ball. Schmidt. There's the header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Victor Boniface really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Werder Bremen really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to...
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
substitution on the field. Number 44.
And it's Pavlovic. Gets a good foot in there. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Bayern Munich clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. That pass has been well intercepted. Olise. Verba forwards and with intent. Ito aimed forwards. And reclaimed it in a trice. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
If you're just joining us, we are already on the way.
Well, if the pre-game rhetoric is anything to go by, Peter, there's going to be a lot of strong stuff on show here. However it goes, we're in for something special.
Now it's Olise. Now it's Kane. Olise. Stanisic. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's played forward. Now it's Furyk. He's in space and looking for options. He is through here. Well read, and the danger is averted. Stuttgart have failed to win any of their last 5 away games.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Up towards the front line. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He's gone for it, and he's following up! Can he? There's the shot! That's a half-decent try. Keeper's dealt with that. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Crunching tackle. Now it's Undav. Can he latch on to this? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Zagadou. Zagadou, long ball upfield. Olise. Oh, Red, nice interception. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Goretzka. That's really well manoeuvred.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's levelling, delivered in. That's an excellent interception. Furyk. Goes down, but nothing given. Goretzka. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Diaz. Olise. So much time and space here. This possibly the last play of the half. Levelling, gets it clear. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And... oh, special! That is a special goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The breakthrough arrives at last! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. Stuttgart have broken through it. And the finish! They've scored! And this is getting better and better.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite...
he's not played the ball, that's a foul. That is a great pick out. Goretzka under intense pressure.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
Tar shifted upfield. Carazor with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And here's Diaz. Might be... and the shot! And that has been clubbed away. Stuttgart have a free kick. Pavlovic gets his fourth caution in total. Levelling. Charging forward, the ball at his feet. Diaz. Olise concedes a free kick for that.
Substitution on the field. Number 10. Number 22. Number 40.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper.
Coming on the field. Number 7.
And the ball's come loose here. A chance to play it in. Goretzka. Chance here to counter. And it's gone back to the keeper. Zagadou. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So, it is time to let them at it.
Well, you know my record in derbies, Peter, but despite all that, it's an experience I savoured. Yes, there's an awful lot of pressure amidst an atmosphere that's as intense as it comes. You've got to deal with that pressure.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, if the pre-game rhetoric is...
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Bayern Munich presented with a golden opportunity here. This to go one up. 1-0, never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Bayern Munich make the perfect. Musiala has got himself a free kick. Now it's Kane. Zagadou wins the duel this time. Furyk. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he spark a counter here? That's a foul, no two ways about it. And it's Stanisic. Showing good feet. Stanisic, back when it goes. Stanisic stood his ground strongly. Goretzka. Now, what about a counter-attack? It's an inviting looking ball, that. Stuttgart have been finding wins hard to come by on the road, none in their last 5. And he's picked out the run. And that has been clubbed away. Furyk is, of course, making his first start in quite a while now. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Carazor. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal. Undav! Lacking in accuracy. Zagadou, that's a sharp pass. Now it's Undav. Leveling. Nice interception, well timed. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Olise. And it's Goretzka. Great defending, strong and determined. Stanisic does really well to win the ball there. Carazor. Stiller. Oh, shooting chance! Out to the left it goes. It's run loose here. And he has been fouled there. That had too much on it. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Bayern Munich head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Bayern Munich really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Back into the middle. A heavy challenge. You have to say that was Alex. Zagadou is the guilty party there. And it's Stanisic. And he's heaved it away. Stanisic. Can he get onto this? That pass has been well intercepted.
The attendance for this match was 60,000.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. And here's Undav.
Stuttgart really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Kane. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Elise. And here's Kane. And here's Diaz. Davis. And he's managed to get free. Leveling, getting this one clear. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substitution on the field. Number 44. Coming on to replace
Great work on the overlap.
number 6.
And it's Musiala.
Substitutions taking place.
He is through here.
Stuttgart really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Diaz. And here's Musiala.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution on the field.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
17. Coming on the field.
Stuttgart really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Kane. That has found him in acres of space. Cleared away. Moved on forwards. So that's it. It is all over.